In number one, we have a linear equation that has some fractions, and we're going to start by clearing out the denominators. So we look at the denominators, 5, 3, and 5, and we want to clear out the denominators by multiplying both sides by a number that these denominators divide into. In other words, something that 5 divides into and 3 divides into. So that would be 15. So we're going to multiply both sides by 15. All right, so let me write. On the right, we're multiplying by 15 over 1. And on the left, we're multiplying the entire side by 15 over 1. Okay, so we're going to start on the left. We'll do the distributive law, multiply through 15 over 1 times 4 over 5x minus 15 over 1 times 1/3. Okay, so that is we did this multiplication and then this one. And then on the right-hand side, we have the 15 and the 5 here, and we can just divide the 5 into 15, and we have 3. So on the right-hand side, we cancel the denominator right away. We have 1 minus 7x times 3. All right, let's divide 5 into 15 on the left. Now we're going to do our canceling. And let's do our canceling here. 3 into 15. All right, now let's rewrite. So in this first term here, we have 3 times 4, that's 12x. The second term, I see we have minus 5. And I'll open up parentheses on the right-hand side, multiplying through by the 3 distributive law. So we have 3 minus 21x. And now we're going to gather together these x terms. We'll just add 21x to both sides. And over here we have 33x minus 5 is equal to 3. All right, and let's isolate the x term. We'll just add 5 to both sides. And we have, I'll just continue over here, 33x is equal to 8. And finally divide by 33. And here's our solution, x is equal to 8 over 33. In number 2, we have these denominators, 7x3, 3x7. We want to multiply by both sides by something that will clear out all the denominators. So first looking at the coefficients, we have 7 and 3. So that'll be 21. 7 divides into 21 and 3 divides into 21. And then we also have x. So that would be 21x. We'll multiply both sides by 21x. And I'll put it in fraction form. Okay, so on the left side, let's do the distributive law. So we have 21x over 1 times 3 over 7x plus 21x over 1 times 1/3. And on the right-hand side, we have 5 over 3x times 21x over 1 plus 2 over 7 times 21x over 1. Okay, and now let's do our canceling. Okay, so first term here, we have the 7 and the 21. 7 goes into 21 3 times, and just cancel those x's. All right, the next term, divide 3 into 21. We have a 7 here. All right, over here, let's cancel those x's. Divide 3 into 21, so we have a 7 here. And finally, divide in the last term 7 into 21, and we put a 3 over there. All right, let's see what do we have in this first term. I see just 3 times 3, so that's 9. All right, the second term, I see 7x. The third term, I see 5 times 7, that's a 35. And the last term, we have 2 times 3 times x, so that's 6x. All right, so here's our simplified equation. And now we're up to gathering together x terms, so we'll subtract 6x from both sides. So we have 9 plus x is equal to 35. And now isolate x, we're going to subtract 9 from both sides. Okay, so we have, oops, bring down that x. Let me just continue over here. So we have x is equal to 35, subtract 9, so that's 26. X is equal to 26. In number 3, we're going to start by factoring this denominator, that's 2 times x plus 2, and this denominator, that's 3 times x plus 2. So let's look at these denominators. We have a factor of x plus 2, and we have coefficients 2, and we have 3. Okay, so the coefficient that we're going to use to multiply both sides will be 6, because 2 goes into 6 and 3 goes into 6. And to clear out these x plus 2's, we'll multiply by x plus 2 as well. So we're going to multiply by 6 times x plus 2 on both sides. And I'll write it in fraction form. And here also. Okay, we're multiplying by 6 times x plus 2 over 1. All right, so distributive law. Okay, we're going to write this all out. Multiply by 3 times x plus 2. Multiply by this, 5 over 2 times x plus 2. Okay, now the right-hand side, we have this 1/3 multiply by 6 times x plus 2 plus 1 over 3 times x plus 2 and multiply by 6 times x plus 2. All right, now we're ready to cancel. Okay, here, x plus 2, cross those out. Okay, here, cross out the x plus 2, and 2 into 6 is 3. Over here, divide 3 into 6. And over here, cross off the x plus 2's, and 3 goes into 6 2 times. All right, what do we have here? This first term, we have 6 times 3, we have 18. The second term, we have 3 times 5, we have 15. On the right-hand side, we have 2 times x plus 2 plus, and here we have 2. Okay, here we have 18 and 15, so that's 33. And let's multiply through. Here we have 2x plus 4 plus 2. So that's 33 is equal to 2x plus 6. And now let's just continue it over here. 33 equal 2x plus 6. Subtract 6 from both sides. 2x is equal to 27. And just divide by 2, and that's it. We're done. X is 27 over 2. In number 4, we have a fraction equal to a fraction. That's the situation that that's a situation where we could use cross multiplication. So that's what we'll do here. We'll cross multiply. Again, we have a fraction equal to a fraction. All right, so we're going to multiply 5 times x plus 5 and 3 times x minus 2. All right, so we have 5x plus 25 is equal to 3x minus 6. All right, subtract 3x from both sides. And we have 2x plus 25 is equal to negative 6. And now we want to isolate this x term. Subtract 25. And we have 2x is equal to negative 31. And the last step, just divide by 2. So we have negative 31 over 2. This last one's a little bit different because we can factor this denominator, all right, into x plus 3 times x minus 3. So let's look at the denominators. The denominators all have these factors, x plus 3 times x minus 3. So that's what we're going to multiply both sides by. I'll write it in fraction form, and here also on the left. All right, now distributive law. And on the right-hand side, we are just going to cancel, and we'll just left with 3x. We'll do that canceling right away. Let me mention something important over here. Because we have this x minus 3 and this x plus 3 in the denominator, from the outset, x cannot equal to 3 and x cannot equal to minus 3, because those values will make the denominator 0. All right, so if that's one of our solutions, we'll say that that solution is not valid. Okay, now let's continue. Let's do our canceling. Cancel out this x minus 3, and we get x plus 3 times 2, plus, cancel out this x plus 3, x minus 3 times 7 equals 3x. And multiply through. So here we have 2x plus 6 plus 7x minus 21 is equal to 3x. All right, we have some like terms. We have 9x minus 15 is equal to 3x. Okay, and now I want to get x by itself, so I'll subtract 9x from both sides, and we'll have the x term by itself on the right. So here we have minus 15 is equal to minus 6x, and finally just divide by that minus 6. And we have x is equal to 15 over 6. And let's reduce this. Divide top and bottom by 3, and we have x is equal to 5/2. And that's a valid solution. It's not equal to 3 or minus 3.